This is a garden in Nottingham that's been left to go wild, and it really is quite beautiful. It's paved over mainly, with some raised beds where there were vegetables at one time, but it's now been completely taken over by the most amazing flowers that have been both planted and been here for a while. And the first one I'll show you is this incredible passion flower, Passiflora. And about 20, 30, 40 years ago, when I was young, this plant wasn't hardy in Britain, and Passiflora is a climate change indicator. It now survives well over our harshest winters, indicating the change or increase in winter temperatures in the long term. And this is covered in flowers at the moment, and of course it reminds us of the death of Christ, because the parts of the flower indicate parts of the cross and nails which were used to attach him to the cross. Very barbaric way of crucifixion, of course, but a beautiful plant. This is Nigella, love in a mist, and you can tell that these are all hybrids because they're white, and I sometimes wonder whether hybrid plants do often have white flowers. I don't know. I've not been able to find anything for certain on that, but all these love in a mist flowers are white that are growing in this garden. And the Nigella seed heads are really an amazing shape and just covered again with these sort of appendages, and when the pods ripen they'll be full of flowers. And I think Nigella is in the poppy family, so it's a bit like a poppy seed pod. A nice pink flowered willow herb. I'm assuming that this is an American willow herb because it has the typical red stem, and the flower is fairly typical as well for American willow herb. Now here's a really delightful plant growing among the flagstones here, and there are quite a number of plants that enjoy growing in this environment. I think this might be an actual harebell. I think it is a harebell, but I suspect it may have come in with wildflower meadow seed. That would explain why it's here, I think. And here's the white flowered willow herb that I've mentioned before. It's quite an unusual plant. Willow herbs physically tend to look the same, but this has white flowers that don't turn pink, which makes it more distinct. And here's a really great plant. This is a hawkweed. It's not a dandelion, and if you look at it and feel it, the leaves are fairly hairy. Just see if hopefully we can get up to it, and maybe you can see the hairs on the leaves there. And the stem is a bit hairy as well. You can see the grey fuzz on it. I'm not sure what kind of hawkweed this is. There are umpteen different kinds, many different kinds of hawkweeds that grow in this country. Many of them grow on walls and in paved areas like this around the city. And lastly, here are a couple of very tiny willow herbs growing among the flagstones here. Many plants seem to get miniaturized by growing in areas of restricted root growth, and these two I think are short fruited willow herbs. They do seem to follow that pattern, but they are really tiny plants. So this is a wild garden. Hope you liked watching this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.